All right, we're going to do the motor mount bolt upgrade on this thing, and we're actually going to use the kit that you can purchase from us. You have to change this bolt here, and the other one is underneath this cover, and I can show it to you on the other side, which is right in there. I don't know if you can see that. Yep, right there. So to do that, you're going to need a 12 millimeter for this nut here, and a 6 millimeter for the Allen on the other side, right there, to be able to take that off. First thing that we're going to do is this top one, and we're going to leave the bottom one intact. But let's go over the kit for a second here. So we offer this kit so everything's in the same place. What you get is a drill bit, which is a foot long. There's no need to remove the engine. I saw videos of people removing the engine or using short drill bits to go in from one side and the other. All you need is this really long drill bit. And then the kit also comes with upgraded 3/8 grade 8 bolts. You have two locking nuts that are grade 8 as well. You have, where are they here? Hang on a second. You've got 4 washers, and we throw in a sticker and a keychain for you just for purchasing. Okay, so we've got our 6 millimeter Allen, which is going to go in here, and then the nut is on the other side, and it's really helpful if you have 2 people. So we're going to have Jesse hold that, I think, and let's see here, hold that, go ahead and hold that, and then we've got the 12 millimeter on this side, and I'll loosen that up with one hand. Just take that nut off. I'm going to give the camera over to Jesse. Let's see here. There we go. Okay, you can see now that this hole is bigger than that bolt is, and that's one of the issues. It's a little sloppy in there, and right now it's kind of tight because the engine's on there. But we're gonna tap that out. We'll go around the other side and pull it out. So now the drill bit that you get with the kit is long enough to make it all the way through that. Now you're going to want to put a little bit of oil on it because we're drilling metal. You don't have to have a lot, just a little bit. And you're going to go slow because you don't want that to catch. That's all the way through the other side. Go around the other side and give them a look at that. And we're going to take it out. All right. I'm going to take a little bit of compressed air and blow the metal shavings off of there. You want to be careful doing that because you don't want to get anything in your eyes. Make sure you're using, safety glasses and what have you. We'll get it in the hole, and we'll go around the other side and do the same thing. Okay, so we've got our bolt, and you're going to want to put a washer on there. And I like to put a little bit of anti-seize on here because if I ever have to take that out, it'll be easier. Now we've got our washer on there, our anti-seize, and we're going to slide it in the hole, and it's going to find the center of that hole, and you're going to tap it in. I've got a plastic hammer, so it's not going to damage anything. And that went right through the other side. You're going to take a washer on this side and put it on here, and the nylon locking nut, both that come with that kit. So there's no need for any thread locker. because it's the nylon locking nut. Now it'll be 9/16 on both sides. The lower one, we're going to start off by taking these bolts out here. They're 8mm, and get you a long, super long extension, because why not, right? You never get to use it. Just loosen these things up here, and we'll unscrew it. There's one. Get you a magnet tray so you don't lose any bolts. Like that. There we go. Now we've already upgraded this one with a 17-tooth sprocket. All right, we're also going to have to take these out, because to be able to get that bolt in, this rubber chain guard has to come off. So we're going to remove these. And it's really, honestly, this chain guard is not very quality set, shall I say. Let's see, the one on the bottom. Right here. Off. All right, now this could be a little tricky. There's a little nub on the other side. Well, that's got quite a bit of wear already. We're working on an upgraded chain guard as well. All right, so the bolt is right there. That's the one that's got to come out. All right, so to get this off, you're going to need a 12mm wrench, and you can go in from the back, and that's going to hold that nut. All right, and we're just going to leave that there and go. Let's go check out the other side. All right, on this side, to be able to get to that bolt right there, this rear set needs to be removed. So this one is 17mm. We're going to take that off, and we're going to take this off, which is 10mm. I'm just going to go ahead and start with this 17. And you can do this from either side, but the nut that is coming off the bolt that actually holds the swing arm on. So this side is actually easier, because you don't have to remove the swing arm. That's the reason for going from this side. There's that. And 10mm down here. That bolt, and this should pop right off here with a little bit of persuasion and swing out of the way. There's your bolt. All right, the tools for this are the same as before. A 6mm Allen, which is going to go in here. We've already put the 12mm wrench on the nut on the other side, so let's get that removed. Okay, with Jesse holding the wrench on the other side, this makes it a lot easier. Like I said, I've done it myself before, but it's a little bit more difficult. But you can do it. This out of here. I believe that's off, is it not? Mm-hmm. There we go, and that slides right out. Well, we're going to drill this one from this side, just like we did the other side. All right, same thing on this side as the other side. We're going to put a little bit of oil on this drill bit so we can go through. And we're going to start off slowly. Go through? Mm-hmm. All right, we're going to take a little bit of air and we're going to clean that up a little bit. Make sure there's no metal shavings in your chain. And we're going to clean this up a little bit. Make sure you're wearing glasses or something. You don't want to get any of these metal shavings in your eyes. I'll blow that hole out. Now that bolt's going to go in from this side this time. So let's get that ready. We've got our bolt and our washer from the kit. And again, I'm going to put a little bit of this anti-seize on here. You don't got to go nutty with it. It's going to spread out across that bolt when you put it in. Just feed it in there. And we're going to get the little hammer here. I'm going to use the wooden end. All right, we're going to have to use a little bit of a drift here. There we go. So now on this side, we're going to put the other washer on. And we have our locking nut. So this time, I'm going to have Jesse hold the wrench on this side, and I'm going to tighten it from the bolt on the other side. So we'll get our 9/16 wrench and our 9/16 socket. Okay, since Jesse's holding that other side with the wrench, we're just going to tighten this up. Now that we've got that torqued, we're going to put the rear set back together. There's that. We've got the 10mm bolt. Tighten that down. And we're going to put this nut back on here for the swing arm bolt. And as you remember, that was 17mm. All right, now we're back to the other side. All right, so we're going to put this chain guard back on. This one's tore up a little bit, and like I said, we're working on a much better option for that. We don't have it yet. But in order to get this back on, we're going to have to trim it down a little bit because that nut and bolt is a little bit thicker than what was there before. So I'm going to take and shave a little bit of this rubber off of here, and I'll show you what that looks like when I'm done. As you can see, I've trimmed a little bit off of this, and the reason for it is because of that bolt. It has to be all one piece. Be careful you don't cut into this little square because that fits on this little metal right here, and that's what holds it in there. This is why we're designing another chain guard, because this is not really optimal. But anyway, once you have it trimmed up something like that, and use your best judgment, you'll be able to slide it back in here. And that little metal tab has to go in that slot that was on the back of that. I'm having a hard time seeing it. There we go. And then you'll be able to install it. Now these things aren't that great. They've got a hole here and a bolt there, but these little tabs, they pop out all the time, which is why we want to make our own, so to speak. So we're going to go ahead and put the top bolt in, and remember this is a 8mm. Find that hole there. That one's an 8mm. As you can see, that rubber plug is pushing out already. It's kind of a poor design. It was a nice try, but it doesn't really work. And then we'll get the bottom one. Let's see here. And sometimes you're going to have to stretch it to get back to that hole. If I could see it. There we go. And we'll just turn that in with this. And we'll have to find the happy spot for that thing in the hole. but this is what it was like when we took it apart, which is why I say it is a poor design. That is actually supposed to be back a little bit further, and it just doesn't fit in there. Like I said, it was a nice try, but it just doesn't really fit. All right, so now we're going to put our cover back on. These bolts are 8mm as well. We're going to just make sure that those things are tight. Oh. And that's done. Well, I hope that's helpful to somebody. I hope everybody has a great day. And as always,